Hello, my name is Eric Suini, and I'm going to be your English teacher today. Today, I'm going to tell you something wonderful. Remember all that English grammar you learned in school? Well, it's not really that important in today's English.
What? Are you kidding me?
Yep, I'm sorry. So let's go over to the classroom and take a look as to why. Today on Earth, there's almost 7.5 billion people. That's a lot of people. And 2 billion of those people, they speak English. That's almost 25% of the population of Earth. And 70% of that 2 billion are non-native speakers. English is the international language. It's the language of travel. It's the independent language of Europe. It's the business language. And 70% of all English speakers in the world learn it as a second language. And they may know a lot of words, but they don't use the grammar correctly. So English has had to adapt. If you remember our class on the secret to learning English, you'll remember that English is a logic-based language. So as long as you follow the logic of the language, then we understand what you're trying to say. And the grammar just doesn't matter anymore. Now don't get too excited. If you're one of these students who need to take the English fluency exam, such as TOEFL or the IELTS, well then you definitely need to study a lot of English grammar. But if your purpose is for business or for travel, or for just speaking to foreign friends, then your time is going to be better spent watching short 20-minute TV series, because this is how we really speak. Focus your studies on idioms, phraseology, and slang. So if you don't need to learn a lot of complicated English grammar, what grammar do you need to know? Well, you need to know at least the basic sentence structure of English. Articles, prepositions, and 4 tenses. English has a very simple sentence structure. We always start with a noun, we add a verb, and then we have another noun. That basically gives us a subject plus a verb plus an object. Your subject does the action. Your verb is the action. And the object receives the action. So in our example, Robert plays football. It's that simple. Don't make it complicated. Articles in the English language are extremely important because they show us exactly which noun we're talking about. But the rules are very simple. We use an article, a, an, or the, in front of singular countable nouns. For example, one cat, we would say a cat. If there are many, then we use the plural form cats, and we use no article. If it's uncountable, like water, or sugar, or tea, again, no article. Now the rules for the articles are, if the noun begins with a consonant, we use a cat. If the noun begins with a vowel, then we use an, umbrella. If we're talking about a specific noun without question, then we would say the, as in the moon, the sun, the sky. Earlier we learned that basic English sentence structure is subject, verb, object, or a noun, verb, object. Well, a preposition shows the relationship between those two nouns. Now, there's many types of prepositions: at, in, on, under, with. So in this example, the cat is under the fence. How is the cat related to fence? Well, the preposition tells us the cat is under the fence. There are 12 to 16 different English grammar tenses, depending upon who you talk to. But as we discussed earlier, 70% of the English-speaking world, about 1.5 billion people, learn English as a second language. So British and Americans today have adopted only 4 main tenses that we use. 95% of all conversations will happen in these 4 tenses. Present simple, past simple, future simple, and present perfect. And 50% of all conversations are going to happen in the present simple. Well, that concludes our lesson today on how English grammar just isn't that important in today's language. But don't take that as a license to never study grammar, because as we learned, there is still some grammar you need to know. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please click the like button. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any upcoming videos. I'm Eric Suini, and remember, don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn and communicate.